Hi, aloha, this is Andrea and Herdine from East Honolulu Clothing Company, and we're going to give a shot at making a tutorial of our face mask that we're donating to healthcare and frontline workers. So I'm going to let Herdine tell you what she's doing, and bear with us because we're not pros at videoing at all. But anyway, take it away, Herdine.
All right, so after cutting, it's a good idea to set up your pieces so you can grab them really quick, so you're not doing lots of fiddly maneuvers with your fabrics. So I have a stack here that I'm going to be working on the linings, and a stack of my flannels. I'm going to sandwich my lining into the flannel. So there's a flannel on the bottom, 2 pieces of lining, flannel on the top. We've designed this pattern to sew at about 1/4 of an inch so that there's no trimming and clipping required when it's finished. So sewing at 1/4 inch, locking at the beginning and locking in the end. That's the first one. I'm not going to bother clipping it loose at this point. In order to get lots done, I'm going to just keep going. My flannels don't match. I don't care. No one's going to see them. Back stitch. And here at the shop, I would do maybe 15 of these or so, but I'm going to move along and clip these loose. Next step on the linings, open it up. You're going to fold over about 1/2 inch. Eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to stitch that down. I'm not back stitching for this part. Again, I'm not clipping it loose at this point. Just going to keep going.
This is production style.
Doing it this way means I'm not constantly picking up and dropping my scissors. It makes it go a lot faster. So again, I do like 10 of these. I'm still not clipping it. I'm going to leave it together, do the other sides. I'm eyeballing the fold. For me, I'm using the presser foot as my guide. If you have a wide presser foot, you'll probably have proportionally a smaller fold to your presser foot than I do. Now I can come in and just clip these, and that's what I would be doing for like 10 at a time. That takes care of our lining sections. For our fabric shell, this one's pre-sewn, 1/4 of an inch, locking at the top and the bottom. I'm going to open this up, open this up. I'm going to fold the top of my lining to the right, the bottom of the shell to the left. So I'm doing it opposite, and I'm doing it this way because it's easier. You can see that. It's easier to get the machine to sew over it this way without puckering. I'm not pinning this. Again, this is for speed. Things aren't going to line up exactly. It's okay. These need to get done. Worrying about things lining up perfectly isn't going to be helpful for getting these done. I'm going to sew this top part at about 1/2 inch. This top of the nose part is the trickiest. You might just have to stop and adjust a little bit around that corner.
So Herdine, the top of the nose part, we're making a wider seam than the rest of the...
Correct. This, sewing the top here is the only seam that's 1/2 inch.
And we'll show you why.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close up the bottom before I show you that neat trick we do. So this one's going to be more like a 1/4 inch.
The seam will be
The
a
seam
1/4
is
inch.
1/4 inch. And again, I'm folding the top seam down, that one goes up. Oh look, it's not perfect. I don't care.
Hard for us perfectionists.
So hard.
But you know what? We just need to get these done. As long as they're structurally sound and they function, and we can get a lot out now as soon as possible.
So the next step is going to be to put a channel here along the nose to insert a little bit of wire so it can be adjusted properly to the fit of the nose. I'm actually going to decrease my stitch length here
And why is that?
because it makes it easier to insert the wire if
Okay.
you've got a little bit more space there in case you need to kind of fiddle it through.
Oh, okay.
Also, it goes faster.
So a longer stitch.
A longer stitch length on these. I'm eyeballing it from about halfway. I'll show you when I'm done.
I can come in and zoom
Yeah.
in.
Okay. So from about the middle of this piece over the nose to the middle of that piece.
And inches don't matter. It's not that precise.
No, it's not precise.
It just needs to
It just-
hold the wire.
Hold the wire. Okay, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and insert the wire because that's probably how you would do it at home. We're using paper clips because we're fancy.
Yeah, we've got pipe cleaners on the way, but they're not here yet. So anything works. You can even use bread ties, twisty ties, floral wire, whatever you got. Just the idea is just to give it a little structure there.
This inserts through the 2 fabric layers, not the flannel layer, because remember that got closed up there, so that wouldn't work. And insert it, go around the nose bend. That's the trickiest bit.
Sometimes you have to fiddle a little there.
Yeah. Like I do today. And there, it's in. Bend it in
Okay.
shape a little bit. Now I'm going to turn this whole piece around. We're almost done. This is going to create the channel where the elastics go through. Again, eyeballing here. About, between 1/8 and 1/4 inch turn, and turn again.
And the second turn, you go about almost to the edge of the lining, yeah? To
Correct.
Give yourself about 1/2 inch, and that's the channel that the ties will be inserted through. So
That's
don't
it.
make that too narrow.
Exactly. You're going to want to be able to pull whatever you're using for your elastics through. So if you know you've got a wider elastic, go ahead and cut yourself a little extra fabric there so it's easy to insert the elastic.
And this is very important to lock these ends because
Absolutely.
it's a structural where it's going to get a lot of wear and tear. So
Thank
do
you.
lock both of those ends.
Also, don't forget to adjust your machine back to a smaller stitch.
Okay, now you got to lock it again.
I'm going to go over that again just because I used too long a stitch length there.
Oh well, we're not perfect, are we? We want to
No.
be, but oh well. So same thing, so
Same
turning about 1/4 inch,
thing.
folding the sides down, turn 1/4 inch, turn again about 1/2 inch, using a small stitch length, small stitches, locking top and bottom. And you're leaving the pocket open, correct? You're not sealing up.
Correct.
Yes. So you gotta be careful you're not sealing up the lining into that stitch because you want that pocket to be open. We'll show them the pocket, and that way healthcare workers can insert additional PPE materials as they deem necessary or have available.
And that's it, folks.
Oh wait, now we gotta and we're back.
So the last step is to insert an elastic. We're using pieces of lycra fabric that have a lot of stretch. You could use a crochet hook that you might have at home. I'm going to use this turner, which you may have, but anything works as long as you can get it through.
And hey, my mom had a mom's been doing this at home actually. She's keeping her busy, my 85-year-old mom, Inga, and what she does is she pokes a crochet hook in the other end, so when she puts that pulley thing through the turner, she's not catching in the fold. So that's just her little hack.
So I'm going to pull that through.
And you're starting from the bottom of
From the bottom.
because we want the open part to be on the top, so where the nose is, yeah. And we are actually cutting lots of these strips because one of the things that we're finding is that so many people are making masks, but nobody has elastic or ways to tie it. Also, the elastic is very irritating to the healthcare workers, so ours are fabulous wicking yoga fabrics. So they're really soft, they're really just comfortable, and Herdine's going to demonstrate how to wear one.
Sure!
Surprise!
All right, so this is the loop that's going to go over your head.
Take two.
Slip that part over. That's going to sit in my neck. I'm going to take the straps, pull up, and then you can tie it above the ears and kind of at an angle so it stays put.
And then just adjust the wire.
Yeah, and you can adjust the wire here, and you can adjust here by pulling down. It makes more of a gather, it gives a bit more flex over the chin, depending on the shape of your face. Adjust there as well. And that's it.
That's the Herdine and Andrea show for today. Call us if you have any questions or check us out online. Aloha and mahalo, and stay well all my friends. Bye.